Hello everybody. We are here at the trailer. Last weekend I installed some new added brake and turn lights underneath. Let's see, these here, LEDs, that will add some added lighting to the back of the trailer. I never really cared for how much was on there, so I wanted to add some more. I put some on the back of my truck. I like the way they look. They light up, running lights all the time. And then brake lights, they all flash on, left, right. There is reverse lights, but I don't have a reverse light trigger back here anyway. So I stuck them on, but my connection is way over here on the outside and it's not sealed. So I'm gonna move them back over to here underneath the underbelly, just to make it a little cleaner and hopefully a little more waterproof, resistant, however you wanna call it. So I should have done it to begin with, but I didn't. So here we are, crawling underneath the truck or the trailer. Got the tailgate down, or the ramp door in a patio configuration just for a little added shade protection. So gotta find the right size for this, and then we're gonna zip a bunch of these off so I can change the wires, change the posi taps on those. So let's see, let's get you over here. There we go. Excuse the, sorry about the shaking and rattling and rolling. This piece down. Like that. That little doohickey down. So, your wires, change the posi taps on those. So, wouldn't be the first time I do that. Luckily, these are just self-tappers, so. Hey everybody, I know the video installing the LED lights wasn't very good as far as using these, so this is just a little addendum to it. Take one off at a time. The posi taps are something I've been using for quite a while. They're really nice as far as tapping into wires and using them for a trigger. These are easy. They don't really disturb the wire too much. They leave a very small imprint. But this kit is an assortment of different sizes. Get the list here, what comes with it. Come in a nice little box that separates the sizes. I've probably got a couple jumped around in here, but everything in here shows what you get. These are really nice because you can always take them off and it doesn't leave a lot of damage to the wire. Like I mentioned, the Scotch locks, the little squeeze-on ones, those slice both sides of the wire. I mean, they'll work or something. You're not concerned about it lasting too long, but they will work. These are just so much better. I mean, granted, you pay for a little bit more for them, but just such a lot better way to do it. So in this demonstration, we're going to consider this our power wire or source wire, what we're trying to tap onto, just as a quick demonstration. Just a little fusible link I've got for something, but we'll use this. This is, let's call it your brake line wire. In my case, we use it for a brake line, triggering the lights on the trailer. We're going to tap into this to add the additional lights. This will be the wire feeding to the brake line wire in this demonstration. And how these work, this is the part that goes on your source wire. This comes apart. This part will straddle the wire as such. Let's put it down here. Just slide that through. It's nice and tight. One other thing, let's just look at another one. I've got a spare down here. Oops. You do want to, if at all possible, have these to where they fit fairly snug, because you don't want the wire flopping around there. Like this one fits in there, but it kind of there's a little bit of looseness to it, because when the pin on here, that little sharp pointed pin that goes in there, if that source wire is allowed to move, it'll kind of wiggle and probably lose connection at some point. May lose connection. I've had them do that only because I had a really small wire trying to fit through here. It wasn't near the right size because I didn't have them, so I just kind of made it work. I mean, if you center the wire in the slot and make sure that pin goes right in the middle of it, it'll work. It'll work for quite a while, but you know, with vibration and moving around, that's going to eventually wiggle that out and possibly intermittent connection. So you don't really want that if you can avoid it. But once you get that on, this just goes on. Where's the lens at? There it is. And it just screws on. It's pretty much self-centering. If you have the right size on the right wire, it's self-centering. So get that. As you can kind of see, that just screws in. It's a pretty sharp point, so it'll just pierce the insulation and go into the wire. Give that a pretty good snug. So that part's done. And throughout this body, that pin is like one solid piece of metal that goes through and makes connection to that stud there. So when you put your second wire, let's call this, you want to strip the end of it off. This makes connection. So this slides through this collar. Slide it down a little bit. I kind of take it, people do different ways, but this, I kind of try to get it down there, wiggle it down as far as you can, and then this goes in like so, and then you snug that down. That will snug those wires against that nice and tight. Give it a good tug, and that's your connection. So orange is your source wire. This one's going out to your brake lights. So when this lights up, obviously when this gets power, it'll send power this way to whatever you're feeding. I've used them for auxiliary lights on the motorcycle, the auxiliary lights, the brake lights, turn lights. Use them for that. They're really nice, quick and easy, simple. And when you take this back off, if for whatever reason you change the lights or get different ones, take that back off, it leaves a little hole. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's damaged to a point, but that's pretty small. You can get like some dielectric grease possibly, or even just like one little wrap of black tape, and that'll seal that up pretty good. But you're not cutting the wire itself. It's piercing a hole in the insulation and just splitting the strand wires. Obviously you can't use this on a solid core copper wire, but like on a strand wire, which most of these are for automotive or 12-volt use, this is perfect. I mean, that's almost nothing. Most of the time, honestly, I don't even do anything with that. I'll just kind of squeeze it back together and be done with it, call it good. But that's how these things work. So that's what I did under the trailer to add those auxiliary brake and turn lights. But I think these are just the best way to go. And they're clean, simple, easy. Obviously, I have no affiliation with Positap whatsoever. Unless they want to, I'd be willing to speak with them. But it's just a great product I've been using for quite a while. Kind of got a hold of those on a couple of different motorcycle and truck forums, that kind of thing, and found that. But they have smaller ones for smaller wires, obviously, and larger ones for big wires. Just depends what you want to do. But these are really good. Look in these if you can, if you're looking to add something to it. This is a nice little assortment kit that I got. Let's try that again. So this just gets over the wire. That's the catch. All right. So you see these onto that where that little point pierces the wire. Loosen that up, and that wire comes loose. The metal inside the entire thing. Oh. Not white to white like I originally thought. That's white. Just loosen that up there. That'll take this brown. Maybe it goes in. Just feed it in. Depends on how you want to do it. Sometimes you can just unscrew the whole thing and then slide it on. Looks like it might be what I'll have to do because this is being a pain in the butt. So that slides in, goes around the studs, and you tighten this down, and that tightens the wire.
machine in the back beeping. This back up here, we'll get one of these 5’R screws, one that's got the washer off of it since it's already here. That's there. Get the little drilly bob. Those are horrible because they cut half the insulation on the wires. That's probably the last thing you want. This, if I need to get a zip tie, what I should do. Change that out. Let's see. So that's all fixed, put back together there. That's got to get the boom, boom, boom. This other piece stuck back in here. This is kind of half-ass how they did this. Don't care for this too much. This is just kind of wedged in here, and they use foam. They just kind of foamed it to seal it, which I really wasn't thrilled for, so I gotta buy some foam to foam that, because it's kind of crappy. It just kind of covers the wires. Don't care for that too much, but the way they throw these things together is ridiculous. What are you gonna do? They're all that way. So that's done with that. That's good. Get my glasses back in my pocket. Let's see. Get my wrench, drill, sunglasses. You know what? I'm just gonna put them on. It's just simpler that way. Roll out. Yep. Kind of get up underneath the front of the fifth. You kind of see how much those.
So now what we're gonna do? We're gonna plug
lighting
in and warning and that kind of thing
for the trailer. They're great.
Yeah, that looks a lot better, doesn't it? Nice little flash, a little extra red. Those are pretty bright when they're on. You know, here. Those are nice and bright when you're looking dead on them. When you get a little bit off to the side, they kind of lose a lot.